My vision before having LASIK was 20/35, something like that. So it wasn't horrible, but I needed glasses to, read the board at school. I needed glasses to look at the computer at work. I needed glasses to drive if I wanted to get to the right place anyway. And it just kind of made everything crisp. I hated wearing glasses though because I didn't look good in glasses. I worked here for about a year, and one of the perks of working here is that you get to have LASIK after a year free of charge. So I knew that everybody was so happy when they came in after their surgery that, they were seeing really great, but when it comes to me in my eyes, I was a little nervous, of course, and I just didn't want to go blind, and I didn't want my vision to be worse than it was before. And I didn't want to be that horrible patient that something horrible happened to, or I did something wrong. And so that was my biggest fear, that I would mess something up, or that I would be that 1 in a million that something would happen to. My experience for my surgery was very professional. I've worked here, as I said, I worked here for about a year before I had the surgery, so I've really gotten to know the staff on a personal level as well as professional. So even though we did cut up every once in a while and giggle during the exam, it was still very professional. And Dr. Levitt has a great bedside manner, and while I was in the surgery, he was very calming and very soothing, and it was just like a very spa type experience. Since I work here, I always see people come in at their 24-hour follow-up, and the second they walk in the door, wow, I can see, thank you, give them a good little high five, congratulations. So every day almost, I'm thinking to myself, this is amazing, I can see, I love, the surgery, I love the outcomes from it. So being in the eye care business every day, I don't actually take it for granted as much, seeing 2015 every single day. But I think if I didn't work here and I wasn't, exposed to people with such poor vision, or people that have gone elsewhere and Dr. Levitt having to pick up the pieces from like a complicated LASIK surgery, I'm just reminded on a daily basis how grateful I am that technology is out there, and Dr. Levitt is such a skilled surgeon, and he took the time to invest in me as a patient and as an employee. One of my roles here is the refractive coordinator, also the patient care coordinator here, and a lot of the patients ask me about the technology that we use, and I'm always very confident to say that Dr. Levitt owns 2 types of lasers. One is the Allegretto and the other is the Vizx. And the facilities around here in the Pacific Northwest don't offer both of those lasers, but if they do have both of those lasers, there's only one doctor trained for that specific laser. So here, if a patient comes in and they have one specific type of corneal characteristics, instead of having to tweak that laser to fit the patient exactly, he just chooses the laser that's perfect for that patient's corneal characteristics. So he invests a lot of time here, and he invests a lot of money on our monthly upgrades, on training the staff, and he's with you every step of the way for your follow-up care. I can only think of 2 words to describe LASIK, and it's high definition. I had no idea that I would be able to see the teeniest, tiniest detail. I had no idea when you go outside how bright things look when they're so sharp and clear and crisp. I had no idea that you could see the individual leaves on the trees when you were looking out at a distance. I had no idea how crisp it was going to be when I was looking at the license plate in front of me. It's just an amazing procedure. High definition is the best way to describe it.